Well, hi everyone, I'm Doug Jr.
And I'm Doug the Third.
You're watching Doug and Doug Gaming here on YouTube, and we welcome you to our channel. Also at the table tonight, we're privileged to have my wife Nancy join us for this little quick playthrough. Now this is kind of a follow-up to a video we made for the Dice Towers board game breakfast, and Doug and I drew a letter at random, and we were going to recommend a game from our collection that starts with that letter. We had the letter T, and we picked the game Tsuro. Starts with T. I know it sounds like it doesn't, but it's a Japanese word, I understand, and it means something about path. Is that what we discovered? Nancy looked it up, and which is obviously appropriate for this game. And if you're not familiar with it, you'll see why. Now, the question some of you may have had if you saw our board game breakfast episodes, we passed up a lot of great games that start with T. We passed up one of my favorites, Terraforming Mars. Twilight Imperium 4. I can't think of too many right now, but we Ticket to Ride. Several games that are good games.
Well, and I think for me personally, because I don't play a lot of the heavier games that you do, and Tsuro was one of the first ones that came to my mind, not so much because I like it more than those ones, but because the theme of that video was introducing new games to your game group.
Exactly.
And when I think of introducing a new game, I want something I can sit down and let's just get going. Yeah. Let's start playing, and once I have that relationship maybe with new people at the table, then the next time they'll be willing to play more.
And that's exactly right, and that's why we chose this. The problem is when we do our board game breakfast episodes, we have 2 minutes. So it goes by quick, and we don't have time to explain and get everything in there. So I wanted to make this follow-up video, and this plays much better with more people. I think it actually plays, how many does this play? It's like 8? Up to 8 players. So that's great. If you have a little gaming group, and you got several people, and everybody wants to play the same game. So I'm just going to we're going to just get started and explain how it plays as we go. It's really very simple, which again is one of the reasons that we like it. And we all have these little markers, which I always thought looked like toes, but I guess they're, I don't know what they are. But I'm yellow, Doug the Third is black, and Nancy has the blue one. And what we do to start out with are these little hash marks around the edge of this board. And you choose any of them on your side, and you just set your little guy right there on one of those hash marks, because that is the beginning, not in between them, but actually on one. One of those
that's the beginning of the path.
There you go, because that's your path, which is represented by a white line. And then we each have 3 of these cards. Now, just to show you one, and then I'll shuffle it back in or place it back in. But these cards have paths on them, represented by these lines. And when you place one of these, you can orient it any way you want to. You have to follow that path to its end and hopefully not go off the board, because if you go off the board, you are out of the game. Also, if you run into another player, you are out of the game. So the object is really just to be the last man standing, although it's possible that nobody wins. Actually, I looked in the rules, and if you end up with 2 people that run into each other at the last of the game, it says that they both win. But personally, I don't consider that a win. In my opinion, I want to be the last guy on the board. So anyway, we'll see what happens. Now, I also read that the first player, and this is their rule, not mine, the first player is supposed to be the oldest person at the table. Which is my lovely wife, Nancy. That's it. She's older than me, not by much, but she is older than me. So what she's going to do, she's going to look at her 3 tiles here, and she's going to choose one of them and place it, and then have her little guy follow it to the end.
And you'll see us kind of keeping our tiles to ourselves, but in reality, it's not all that necessary. Not in my opinion.
Yeah, it's really not necessary, because it's hard to look over and decipher what somebody else's choice is going to do.
Yeah, and your turn can only vary so much.
So yeah, she just had a straight path. None of the paths turn onto different paths. In other words, you follow that line, so you'll never go to another line and have to make a decision or anything like that.
All right. Straightforward.
So then I assume we go clockwise as normal.
Go ahead and grab a new one.
Yep, she draws back up to 3.
Yeah, and I'll just plop that there.
He's doing the same thing.
May I?
Oh, yep, need a tile.
That works too.
Let's see. Well, I'm going to do something dangerous. I'm going to start a little curve to the right. All right.
And in case we didn't already cover it, you can only put tiles in front of your current piece, not, in front of another person's thing, unless the board is filled up that much to where you're already next to somebody. But you know what I think would be a fun idea if there was a tie at the end for two people as a tiebreaker? So get this. The last two people, they get handed, like a stack of, I don't know how many tiles are there, but like 5 to 10 tiles or whatever. All face down, pre-shuffled. You have a speed round. And just start laying and moving. You don't get to strategize, you just gotta lay them down.
Yeah.
That would be hectic but fun.
Yeah. There are some variations in the instructions, which honestly I haven't read.
Yeah.
I have to check those out sometimes.
Well, and then they have the second game, which I haven't even played yet.
Well, they've got like...
I know they have more than just two.
Yeah, they've got 3 or is it 4 now? They've got several. So, right, we do have one of them, but
I haven't played that
this
one
is
yet.
this
I
is
like
the original. All right, so I'm gonna do a little S.
Let us know in the comments if you want us to play the next game that we also have, because I have yet to play that, so maybe we could do a playthrough
Yes,
of
I
that.
have Tsuro Phoenix Rising.
Phoenix Rising.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, is it my turn?
It is your turn, yes.
Okay.
Doug can't stand it if it's not even.
I can't. Do that. Beep. And boop. And new tile, please.
Tile. All righty. So, I don't want to do that. Or that. So, I think I might want to do this and curve slightly away.
And I will say from experience, I have taken this game to, I've took it to like a school thing one day, like a school game day one day with a bunch of non-gamer friends. And it's so easy. It's
Took
so
it
easy
to our church one night for the youth group, and a lot of them played it and really seemed to enjoy it. So.
You can kind of finesse your skills more once you're used to it, but the learning is very easy.
Yeah. Anybody can play it. They may not play it well, but they can play it, right?
Oops, sorry, didn't mean to bump you.
Bloop.
Go.
Thank you.
Ah! Okay. All right. Let's see. And if this happens, because I am placing one that makes my guy move.
Wait a minute. No, you're not. That's my guy.
I was
Oh,
gonna say, that's
sorry.
not you.
He does that.
I
every
do
other
that
game.
once a game. I
Oh,
get the
he
wrong
does.
thing.
Also, you
Okay,
play the yellow
I know.
characters a lot.
I can still play that same card though.
It's a subtle way of
Oh.
cheating.
Sorry.
All right.
Anyway, I was going to say though, if you do place a card that touches up where another one's at, then they have to immediately move, even though they didn't place that tile. In fact, it's going to happen now. In fact, I think you just ran Doug off
No.
the. No. Okay. Because you were right here,
Yeah.
and you went all the way around. Okay, yeah. I was looking at it the other way. I thought you were going to run straight
You were
back down
hoping.
your straight back down your path. All right.
All right. Let's see what we got. I think I'm going to. If I read that path correctly, I'm just going to go zoop and go right over here.
Okay.
New tile, please.
Yep. All righty. It's kind of getting a little crowded over here.
I feel like they have a kid's version of this game as if it's needed, where it's like spaghetti and your meatball pieces.
You know that, or you think?
I'm
so?
not
But
familiar with that. There's a game called There's a Yeti in My Spaghetti.
There is a game,
Oh,
But it's not
called
like
that.
this.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There might be.
Yeah. It could happen. It could happen at any time. All right.
Did you get your tile?
Thank you.
Let's do.
Yeah, I have enough trouble keeping up with mine to bother trying to look at somebody else's.
Well, exactly, and it's like,
yeah.
and the thing is, all you can do is interpret these. You can't actually strategize too much. It's just, I mean, it's a very basic visualization.
See, I would love to turn around. In fact, I'm going to do a U-turn. Go. Be right next door to Doug third here.
Whoever I am.
If that is your real name.
That's what it says on my birth certificate, I think. As if I've had a reason to look at that a lot.
Which one? I got two.
Oh, okay.
Gosh.
Yeah. Got to be careful here because if you run into another player, you're out. You're both out.
If that happens, then one of us wins automatically. One of the three of us, I mean.
Man, we're all in the same quadrant there.
Okay, hold on.
See, he had to move up because his path was extended, even though he didn't do it. But I gotta draw my tile.
Oh, you guys messed me up.
It happens.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. I have.
Did you get another tile?
I have 3.
Oh, you got 3.
I'm
Okay.
good.
Just checking.
Thank you, though. See, I have 2 cards that I think would actually. Yeah, I have 2 tiles that would actually kill us.
Okay.
Exactly the way they are.
And see, and that's the thing. So, by no fault of my own, we could be out of this game, just like that.
All right, here we go. Let's try this.
Now, on the flip side, if you ever
Whoa.
got.
We're all hovering around the same empty space. This is not good.
It's either that or I'm off the board.
Gosh. Let me really visualize this one first. Go there.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Okay.
what did you do?
Were you were right here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I think I just won.
Boom.
You didn't.
And yes, because we
Oh.
are going to run into each other.
Eliminating.
We are
each
out,
other.
which means Douglas the third has won. Woo! Good job. So, we may not be the best at this, although we did pretty good. We got, okay, we had a little ways to go, but, it really is a lot more fun, I think, when you have a lot of players. Like I said, it plays up to 8. And I don't know if I've ever played it with 8, but I know I've played with 5 and 6.
And it's I've played it with 8 players.
Have you?
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy. It's very fun though. And I will say there are some just fun little like restyles you can do of how to play. For instance, you could play teams if you wanted to.
Yeah.
That makes a big difference. Like that move right there that I just did. If it had been a team situation, that might have helped my team, but not would have won the game immediately or something like that. But there's my mic. That's okay.
So that's the game of Tsuro. That's why we picked it, because not because it's the deepest, cleverest game in the world, by no means, but it's easy to learn. It's just fun, and that's what game is about, really having fun. And it is a great game for a gaming group because of the high player count. But you can also play it with 2. So I mean, you can anywhere from 2 to 8. So we just wanted to share that with you, and we're going to try to do this more often, do little follow-ups to our board game breakfast segments, because there's just not enough time on those to explain a lot. I appreciate Nancy joining us tonight and filling in the spot, and we'll hopefully see you soon. Thanks so much for watching Doug and Doug Gaming, and I'm Doug Jr.
I am Doug the Third.
That's Nancy, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.